It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Falcons and the Broncos coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Falcons in this matchup, they've got to be thinking, hey, we've got a good chance to be successful here running the football.
No doubt about that, because that has to be their mindset. It should be their mindset. This is one of the better rushing offenses in the league, and they're squaring off against a team that's not at all strong on the other side of the ball. So this could be one where we see this offense try to impose their will through the trenches, and in fact, they should.
Into the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. KJ Hamler returning it. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, the former Louisville Cardinal, Teddy Bridgewater.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
They run for the first time with Javonte Williams. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play action now. Bridgewater. Open man. That's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play there on the catch and run. Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor it. He shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Bridgewater to throw it. He's got it. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a 3rd and goal.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Mike Burton, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Matt Ryan, the longtime Falcon, a veteran who's been in the league since 2008, ready to guide this Atlanta offense.
And I think if there's one quarterback in the league who sometimes gets taken for granted, to me it's Matt Ryan, because I think throughout his career, he's been consistently excellent. Frequent member of the 4,000-yard club, savvy veteran, knows how to throw the deep ball and create big plays. And yes, he will beat you from the pocket.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Ryan going to fire this out wide. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense, exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 41 yards rushing for him now at his first 2 carries of the ballgame. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive. They go play action with Ryan. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. The numbers for him from a week ago: 20 carries, 79 yards, and a touchdown.
That's a good start to the season. They got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started, and they expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage, because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. It's their quarterback. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they score in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense, because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt, because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Bridgewater now. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Williams. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Well, this defense for the Falcons, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
Now a first down carry, it's Williams. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. These two teams all tied after 1. From the gun, Bridgewater. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 25-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense...
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Throwing is Bridgewater. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Myers' kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the...
They've got his man, complete. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And we get another look now at this Broncos offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And bulldozing his way through. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. Here's Bridgewater. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They're in the driver's seat right now, and they were winners last week over the Seattle Seahawks, so trying to keep that momentum moving in the positive direction. Flushed out right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Meanwhile, Ryan's throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now an option play on 2nd down. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. They'll run on 1st down. Darby, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now they'll throw it with Ryan. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Here's Ryan. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Play action. It's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. They go play action now. Ryan. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down. And his kick here is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Javonte Williams and the rest of the Bronco offense back out onto the field. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. Bridgewater's throw taken in by Sutton. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. From the 45 on second down, Bridgewater. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And the defense, they'll spread the field, a dime package here on 3rd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
So that one a disaster, a big loss there with second down coming up. Here's Bridgewater. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, instead of 4th down after the incompletion, it'll be 1st down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
Shakes off the sack. Got a man open, it's Sutton. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. To throw again on 2nd down, Bridgewater. Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton as the first half is winding down. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And now here's Ross. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they'll take over with just 16 ticks remaining before intermission. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Ryan. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass. That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start in the NFC, and specifically the NFC South. Tampa Bay traveling to the Bayou to take on New Orleans. And it's the Saints who have the lead in the second quarter. Alvin Kamara, over 100 yards on the ground with a pair of touchdown runs. From there, let's get over to Arizona to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Carolina Panthers. Sam Darnold has a couple of touchdown passes. Finally, let's get to Silicon Valley. Check on the 49ers at home at Levi Stadium. In that matchup, all even in their battle with the Chicago Bears. Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Falcons. And they were able to find some success running the football, which is something they'll need to continue to do in a close game like this one. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, here's a look at their numbers throwing the football in what was a very even first half. With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Darby, and he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Ryan. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Draymond Jones. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Well, it was second long, now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
After the sack, they'll come up now, third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
He's going to have the hook up to Gage. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. A 1st down throw for Bridgewater. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Here we go.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Complete to Amaro on the right side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially.
And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he will find his man, Sutton. That's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 15-yard line.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield. But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's going to have to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And Myers able to knock it through. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defense is awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Atlanta regains possession of the football. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And he'll decide to keep this once more. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Well, with him trailing here in the second half, maybe his legs can try to give this offense a spark.
And that's the benefit of having a young quarterback, right? Having a rookie, a guy who will say, hold it a second, I have a little bit of fearlessness to my game. It isn't working as well the other way. Let's see what I can do to help my team this way. And boy, he did it there. That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
flush to his right. 20, 10, touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Falcons have once again taken the lead.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Hamler now to return it. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Hamler now to return it. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. On second down now, it's Williams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They run it again with Williams. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at the 20. Throwing to start the drive. Ryan, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
And Ryan's throw into the hands of Pitts here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, Ryan. Now they go screen. It's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Right back to him on first down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 81 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. On first down, Darby. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. They go play action with Ryan. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. He'll try again. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons are on their way to a 2-0 start. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and the Falcons score to cap it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver's offense ready to go again. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that.
A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. It's a big play there for the Broncos. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Bridgewater to throw it. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to 10.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2nd and 5 now. Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right.
But to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So I don't know. I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
Well, he gave one defender the slip, but others waiting in the wings and dropping him behind the line. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
45. Mike, 45.
Play action now. Bridgewater. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Myers connects on the PAT. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Now Ross to return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Well, the Falcons back out, getting set for this next drive. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives. and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after him.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Teddy Bridgewater and the Broncos ready to go on offense. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive.
45. Mike, 45.
First down, Bridgewater.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Bridgewater. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 3rd and long for Bridgewater. And that is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time, 4th down, Bridgewater.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Darby. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Can see this quite a bit on running plays where the guy's out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
On third down, Darby. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Falcons, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals.